And thank you, everybody, for being patient with us and staying through, as now we are live again, I believe. So now let's get this show on the road. Now taking it back into the other corner, waiting for something along here as now looks like we're going to have a bit of momentum as well. They're trying to get things switched around and looking for the opportunities up ahead. So now we will proceed accordingly. Looks like we finally got things rolling. A bit of a fumble, if you will, after the game prior, just with the Division I. They will end up getting the 9-5 victory against the Ferris State Bulldogs, as now we'll have it along here and going for something back and along now, waiting for it and going to keep it going. So right back in the corner. Looks like it's going to go out front and an opportunity. Conway the shot, looking for it. Puck goes wide and waiting for it. Higgins going to be battling into the corner, going against for a battle with McCready. So now waiting for it, back in front, and it's Grandpa Hoover! Who else but Ryan Hoover to get the orange and brown on the board with 9:43 left in the first period. A big goal and a big one indeed that was much needed. We're going to be celebrating that one for a while. Now Bowling Green takes a desperate lead that they need at home, looking for their first victory at the Slater Family Ice Arena since January 19th of 2024. McLaughlin going to chase after that, going right after it against the captain, the number 10 of Braden Asela. But in front, it's going to be Kiesel with it, tries to pass to McLaughlin. Going to fall just a bit short, and now we will wait it on through as we're now roughly at 9:24 left in the first period. Taking something back for it here. Going to be a Falcons goal and a big one indeed to get the orange and brown on the board. So now we're waiting back through it again. Looking for the opportunity. We're going to have an offside call here with 9:12 left. Bowling Green takes the 1-0 lead that they need, and a big one at that. And so we're going to proceed from there on. Looks like we're going to have Kleinau taking the draw here. Looking for the opportunity. 3 goals so far this year. 1 right back to Scholze, and we'll keep it going. As now we are all even on our clock and going to go right back. Owen Bentley out there on a line right now with Ted Scholze. Looking for it in the puck. Going to be taking it the other way, and now a breakout. Kiesel back to Kleinau, looking for the shot. Delayed penalty up ahead against Indiana Tech. Higgins going to be the 6th man out. We're going to stop the whistle there. And looks like we're going to have a bit of a scruffle and duffle after the end as well. So what a big break at that. Bowling Green going to get onto the power play for the first time today. Looks like we're going to be seeing that number 12 on defense. Well, nonetheless, we will have a penalty here. There is no number 12 on our roster that we got from the roster, and that's absolutely correct. Hoove's got the hot hand, and he's got the icy hot for his knees. This one goes back to Granica, looking for something here. McMullen is intended target, not quite able to pull it through. Goes to the far side. Mark Rudo on defense as that one gets past McMullen and will get cleared out. It's 1:45 left in the penalty. And takes it back through. Granica now with possession of it, going to be moving it onto the far side over to Higgins. Anthony going to be driving it into the zone. No pass at the line. Goes right back over. Granica keeps it in the zone. Little sauce over to McMullen. Looking for something here. He's going to go over onto the far side. McMullen the shot. And not quite. Gobble will regain possession of it. As we wait back along here. Goes right in. Gobble. Looked for out in front. Going to be forced down in the corner. Going high up to McMullen. Saw him early on our near side, goes all the way over to the far, trying to go after it, but now we have a line of Granica and Ridenour on defense that'll end up going back to. As now here we are, minute remaining currently in the penalty for Indiana Tech, so we'll see how that will suit them. Nonetheless, here we go, right back for it again. The opportunities will be waiting as we'll see what can happen along here. So now going right back for it again. Going to be trying for it. Not quite sure where the opportunity will take them up and ahead. But nonetheless, here we go. Some chances waiting. Going to go right back and through, as this one will go right past Scholze and will be taking it the other way. So now Ted going to grab up into the corner. Looking for some breathing room here. Chances ahead on the breakout. Scholze at center ice. Will try to go across to C.J. Brown as he'll take it into the zone. 16 seconds remain currently in the Indiana Tech penalty, as time is starting to wind down heavily. 6:55, 8 seconds now currently before full strength. As we'll see here, Martin going to give a little stick tack. Up to Updike, going to go right back and through. Scholze pinching heavily currently. We're seeing Uppy in the high shot, right off the blocker of Webster. But now a rush going for Indiana Tech. Good move there. Going to be taking it right back the other way by Kashira. As so now we'll take it, rolling it back along. Any opportunity ahead and a bit of a rush here. Going to be Matthews with the puck, tries to fight through the sea of white. Gaeta now has it, looks it over, gets it taken away, and then that's going to Tanner Amos. Amos now going to get it to Hoover. Going to just slow down a bit and gets it over to Tanner again. A move at the line. Keeps it right back into the zone. He's got 4 on him. Amos down. Filer Johnson to recover right after. So this one's taking it away here and going back along. 6 minutes remain currently. Conway there with it. Gaeta. The current line that we have out there on defense of Conway and Gaeta, the third line currently. Going to be trying to get it up. Shot attempt there. Going to be tried by Kashira. And then in front of a quick one, as that one was attempted by Matthews, but not quite. So now taking it the other way for Bowling Green. Going to be Patton on the rush. Going to be moving along now with McCready. It's going to be a battle for the two of them in the corner, and we'll get it right back along. But now just really looking for the opportunity as Gaeta's going to try to get that one through. There's 2 in, and then that one saved by Martin. So to knock away there, going to get it moving along, as now we're going with 5:17 left in the first period. And time is ticking. Conway just going to get the dump on in that one, and that will be an icing called. And so we're going to stop things there, and we got actually a few more seconds to burn. But what a fast first period that was. But thank you for choosing to spend your Friday night with us here at the Slater Family Ice Arena. I'm Dan Ridenour, joined alongside Shots, as they call him, Ryan Shotstick, if I said your last name correctly. And I did, so here we go. 5:03 remaining. And now taking it back through. Just trying for something here and going to need it. But we will proceed accordingly. And in front, waiting for it, Conway now has it behind the net. Going to get a pass out to Filer Johnson. Looking for something in a way. A bit of a rush here. Patton going to be in. Patton stays on side. There you saw in the far corner as Updike coming in for it as well. And so now waiting for it. Looking back and through. McMullen up and high now as Gobble will get that one in. 4:30 remaining so far in the period. Waiting for something in along here. Going right back and out as Granica will now have it. The shot and attempt and the block going to be from the number 75 of Ballesteri. But now we're going to be a rush here for Indiana Tech, waiting for something. Granica there with them as well as they'll dump that one in. McMullen going to be the one to pick it up. So now he'll have it. Has a bit of a rush as well. Going far side to Brown. Brown has Updike, but he's going to choose to go on the far side, getting battled heavily there into the corner by Asela. And so this one will try it just a little bit more and through. So waiting for it and getting this one back along. Looking for the chance here in the shot. Going to be trying for it, but ends up going over to the far side and right. So they'll have to wait for their turn. As this one gets right back and through, waiting for it along here. Going to be trying for it, and then in front, Granica, the shot, not quite. 3:35 and counting left. As this one will go right back and through. Updike had it, and then so did Brown. McMullen going to be taken in the corner. The big hit there by Asela. So this one going right back. Gobble going to be chasing that one in and looking for some more breathing room as well. as this one takes it right back and away. 3:18 and counting left. Ridenour has the opportunity, loses possession as this one will now be taken the other direction. So now waiting for it and then going. It's going to be at the line, but Ridenour is able to get the back check in time and going to be waiting for it as well. So this one will proceed accordingly, as now they'll wait for it and gets it right back and trying for something else. And Mark has an opportunity looking for it into the corner as we'll have a whistle blown and takes it back away. Some extracurriculars being mentioned currently. Kind of hard to tell what those are, but some discussion and going ahead. Mitch has the door open currently for the Indiana Tech box. Looks like Bowden Stoller and Ryan Budai there going to be our two helping out, as we will now have a 2-minute going to be on Charlie Pottinger. This will be his 10th penalty minute of the season. And Bowling Green now going to have an opportunity on the power play for the second time today. Going to be a rough penalty kill for the Warriors, as Higgins will now have it back into the corner, waiting for it, that one to go to Granica. Granny going to just take it in, over to McMullen, moving the puck along. He has Gobble for a pass option, and then he could go up high, but Granica and Ridenour still on defense here. And still with possession of it, and looks like we'll get a hooking call, and that's going to be another one to sound the alarm. Joey McCready, with his 27th penalty minute of the season, is going to get that one there. You know, looking at this team, when you're preparing for this weekend, you really saw that these guys are a more undisciplined style of play. They're a more, you know, go get them. You look at the penalty minutes you have. I mean, for example, you look at Danny Schbach. He has 49 penalty minutes on the season. The leader for Bowling Green in penalty minutes is none other than the guy who scored earlier, Ryan Hoover, where he has 43. But nonetheless, we'll take it right back. That's going to be 1:27 and counting remaining on the Potgin penalty, and then that's going to be just starting out with 1:47 to go in the McCready penalty, with 2 minutes left in the first period and another whistle to be drawn, as Mark Ridenour has possession of the puck for the Falcons. So we'll get started back for it again. Going to have Higgins on the draw. Looks like we're going to have that Gobble and McMullen style line. So two Buffalo boys and then a guy from Hilliard, Ohio. Going to try that one out there, but McMullen currently playing high out there with Ridenour. You see that a lot this season where you're having Mark playing on the defense, as he'll go over to the left wing spot. Granica now has some daylight. Going to choose to pass the one and through. Higgins the backhand and just goes behind the net. Mark now has an opportunity waiting for it. 48 seconds currently remain in the Potgin penalty, but that one goes to McMullen. McMullen over to Granica on the corner, back for it again, waiting for something and some more breathing room. And now we have a rush going for Indiana Tech, and that's going to be a try and an error and a knock in the corner on McMullen. He's going to be down on that, going to need a minute to get up, and now Higgins going to have possession of it, as now we have Potgin's penalty up with 20 seconds remaining, both down with less than a minute to go. McCready's has 43 seconds. So now waiting for it and going. This one going to be a long pass, no icing called. And so now here you go. Kleinow goes the far pass over to Hoover. Ryan going to be trying for it, waiting. Going in front, CJ with an opportunity. One penalty down, one remaining for Indiana Tech as Hoover has it behind the net. Ryan looking for it, going out to Ted Scholze, as he'll try that one through. Just using the breathing room he has, the pass to Kleinow not quite going to connect. But a very physical team, the black and orange are, as opposed to the orange and brown. But now Hoover going to try to get a hold of that, not quite. Potgin now has a rush. The penalty will clear back to full strength. Scholze knocks it away, and that will be the end-all, be-all. Behind the net now, waiting for it and going back along. Time is ticking and going down. 8 seconds remain in the first period. A drastic rush going to be trying for it with CJ and Kleinow. Hoover gets knocked as he does not have possession. And that will be all, folks, for our first period, as we will let time expire, and we're going to get right back to it here at the Slater Family Ice Arena. Bowling Green looking for their first home win this season, their third overall, but don't go anywhere. We will be right back in just a moment. Thank you so much for joining us and rolling along. We will be right back. This is BGSU Club Hockey here on YouTube. And welcome back, everybody, to the Slater Family Ice Arena as we proceed for second period of play. Again, some switch-ups here as we go to the north side, if I'm not mistaken by my geography, side of the rink. Indiana Tech will be defending the south side, but here we will roll along now. Into Bowling Green's defensive territory. The shot and the attempt was attempted by Asela to get that one through and in front. And now we'll get right back to where we picked right off of it, and now going the other direction. Some opportunities up ahead and waiting through. There's no Ivy offside, waiting for it. And again, McCready going to have possession of it. He'll pass that one right back up. Goes to the feet of Granica. Now into the corner. We're going to have Gobble with the puck now, waiting right after it. As Seth will make a move, goes right through. Pass intercepted, though, looking for something. Dufort had the opportunity, as this one will go into the corner right off the pad, though, of Martin. Will take it through, and now Updike will have possession, or at least try to. Loses it, gets caught up, fighting into the corner now. Looks like we're going to have Fu going right through it with Brown. Goes to the far side. McMullen will now have possession of the puck and takes it back and away. McMullen now with it. Looking for somewhere to go. Does a circle. The shot in front, and then a rebound attempt by Updike will just not quite go through. So now Mark Rudo going to have the puck into the corner, the captain for the Falcons. Loses possession of it and then takes it back the other way. And now we're going to have a bit of a rush here for Indiana Tech. Dufort with the puck. Goes cross ice. Higgins takes the puck away. Gets knocked a bit. Pass to Hoover. Off his stick. Rudo to pick it up and in front. Looking for something. Just tries to go backhand right on him. And Hoover to try a signature move of the wraparound. Goes other side. Still has it. Looking for something. 6-on-5 pressure as he's getting faced by Hunter Scholl. Goes right back up for Bowling Green. Going to have it. Higgins cross ice to Hoover. Does he have two? No, he doesn't. As that puck will get cleared by Indiana Tech. Liam Conway to jump up and get a hold of it. Hoover going to just lay the boom, though, out of nowhere. Going on the number 16 of Jaden Fu. And now Hoover going to look for possession of it. Baseball dive like the Reds. Not quite. And then goes back and through. A bit of a knock pass going right back in again. Matthews has the puck, loses possession, then regains it, going right back and through to Ridenour. As this one's finding the corner, bouncing puck so far today. We've seen that trend with both teams here, as Conway will try to regain possession, battling for it. Rudo needs to keep it on the neutral zone. Everybody to go out. No more offside, but then we'll have a whistle blown, and we're going to rebound it there. So everybody to stop. Looks like they're going to get Mark here on a high sticking call. Going to be the first Bowling Green penalty of the day. Going to be an unfortunate one of that. Going to be forcing the Falcons onto the penalty kill. A power play for Indiana Tech here would be absolutely huge. Rudo currently has played in all 14 games for the Orange and Brown this season, as he will take his 8th penalty of the season. Going to force Bowling Green down into their own possession. 2-on-1 against Ted down in the corner. Waiting back and away for it again. Opportunity here looking ahead, as that's Kleinau going to have the puck trying to chase after it, but then Scholl going to get the shot and not quite, as this one will look through. Scholl forced back. Scholesy there with it. One-timer. Loose puck save, and then there it goes for Riley Martin. Puck battling in front, and a goal blind screen on Martin. And the crowd will go electric. Let's take a look at who that is. That's going to be Ethan Matthews. His 5th goal of the season, as he'll take that one into his own hands and give Indiana Tech the tie ball game here. So just an unfortunate turn of events here against the Orange and Brown, as we will proceed and be all tied up where we left off. And now we will battle back through and away and just take it from here. There's a bit of a scruffle going for the puck now. McMullen going to have possession of it and then takes it right back. Looks like it's going to be Bentley that he has on the rush with him. As Amos trying to get it out of the zone. Not quite. Filer Johnson there for support. Or at least going to be trying for it. Now here it goes. As that's Granica there, unable to keep the puck in the offensive zone, as this one goes all the way back for Bowling Green. Taking it back and through. Pass intercepted, though, not only by Tech, but that's going to be Pumalo with the puck, and then takes it back and away. as now it's going to be the Warriors forced to retreat. Puck not quite going to go through the stick of Ballesteri. Trying for something along here. Granica now has possession. Going to just dump that right to JT Webb, and then that's going into the far corner. And it looks like Amos is going to be there on the support as well. So Tanner now has possession of the puck, loses it, and regains because Gobble's there, but not quite, going back and through past Conway, as now we'll have a bit of a rush. Filer Johnson forced on the back check. We'll take it away from here. So this one going back and through. Amos going to try to get that to Filer Johnson, just loses it off the stick as he'll get that one again. RFJ battling into the corner. Going to take it right back and away here. Cassera going to get the puck out in front as that one just knocking right through into the feet of Craven. But still just takes it back and away. And now Conway going to have possession of the puck in the far side, but then gets the pass over to Gaeta. So Gaeta going to try to get it to CJ Brown, not quite going to pull through. As now Updike now has possession. He's got two defensemen in front of him. Goes, and then in front is that one going to find the back of the net, and no, it won't. Gets close, but not quite close enough, as we now have 15 minutes and 8 seconds remaining. Tie ball game here. It's just killing me. We're seeing CJ Brown back in the lineup. Still out currently, though, for Bowling Green will be Ryan Budai, as we will get this one back and along. One by Indiana Tech, taken by Seth Gobble. Gets it right back out. Gaeta tries to get it off the skate, though, of the number 12 out there. Still need confirmation on who that is, but now it goes right back into the corner. CJ Brown with it, and still is Gobble fighting. As now we have a bit of a rush here, trying for it. Gaeta going to let him by, and then going into the corner. It's a bit of a fight here for Cassera, but this one going right back and out and through by Asela, so now waiting back and through again. It's going to be a bit of a rush and an opportunity. This one right back and through, though, and Paterick with a shot in front. Martin to make the save. And there you have it. Going to have a line change here. Ted Scholze, Owen Bentley, Mark Rudo, Anthony Higgins, and Ryan Hoover going to be the Falcons that go out for support. But it's going to be one for Bowling Green, taking it the other way. Now Rudo going to have it, loses possession of it just quite, and Asela, the other 10, going to find it. So just waiting through and backing away here, going to be Hoover now with the puck. Chasing right after it is Rudo again, under the feet of Hoover. Trying for something, going to see what he can do. Bentley the shot, and right into the glove of Webster. So far, I'll tell you what, it has been Jack Webster's year, if you will. Currently looking at him right now, he has a .894 save percentage so far, and just Indiana Tech looking for their first win of the season. As the puck gets dropped here, 6 minutes into the second period, going to take it back and along. A breakout here for Tech, going to find the opening. Has Scholze on defense, intercepted, and gets it right back and away from Ridgenberg. So Hoover now with the puck, going to try to go cross ice. Higgins his target, not quite. Bounce puck right on the Meyer sign. Going to be tried to win by the Warriors. Hoover to pick it up. Going to go center ice, not quite, a little bit in front. Looking for somewhere else, and now here we go the other way. Going to be trying for it as Matthews. Has some room, still has Bentley on him, high pressure. Bowling Green gets right back and in. Martin to knock it away, and then going to get caught up into the right corner. This one going right and out. Try to get the deflection there, but not quite. The original shot was going to be attempted by Jaden Fu. And then this one's out in front. Hoover from Fu. Another deflection there from Bentley as that got onto his skate. But still takes it back in the other way, waiting for it. And then back will be Rudo. Has Hoover, misses his stick, but still going to find it. And that will be no icing called, as Hoover's able to withstand that one and beat him to it and down low. Is now we're going to have it back to the neutral zone. Granica now going to have possession of the puck. Waiting for it as that one will go back to McMullen, who will now have an opportunity with it. It'll be a bit of a rush here for Indiana Tech. See what they do, just going cross ice. As Kleinau is going to lose that and going to have to go back on a back check. Waiting for it along here, still battling in front. The breakout going to be attempted by Indiana Tech. Kiesel, they're going to try to get a knock on it, as now we will proceed the other direction. And still trying through it Just waiting for an opportunity. This one goes right back into in front. McLaughlin going to get a bit of a knock on it, as now Granica will have possession of it, and then goes into the corner. Granica now with the puck, going to get it over to McMullen. But still waiting through it along here. Going to have it. And just need the rush. As we're waiting through, letting the play develop. McLaughlin tried to get a piece of it, almost quite did. So now we're waiting for it on the far side, as this one will go right back and along. And now a rush. Going to be McMullen. Over to McLaughlin, the shot. Loose puck in the net! Ronan McLaughlin will score for Bowling Green. Gets the rush, gets it in, gets his first goal of the season. Ronan McLaughlin, the junior, will notch it right onto the board. Gets a big, big one here. Makes it 2-1 for the Bowling Green Falcons. It was a big goal that was needed, and it came at the right time. Just caught it off guard, hit him with his best shot, and now we're going to see Patton taking the draw here. And this one will go right back to Indiana Tech, as now we're having it go on the far side. Just a bit of a dump in. We've seen that between both these teams so far. With Bowling Green this season, then Tech today, as they'll have it now. Waiting back and through. Webb's going to be forced onto the far corner. Going to be getting a heavy rush on Paterick there, as now we will proceed. Going to give the goal to Ronan McLaughlin, as now this one's backing away. Going to look for it is Gata. Wide shot to the right, though, for Indiana Tech. Will take it along the other way and going to be trying for it. As Webb looking for a cross-ice pass to get it. Conway to recover as well. Bit of a heavy pinch for a defenseman, as Webb's going to be forced to go back for him. And then taking it the other way. Paterick just to dump that puck in for Indiana Tech, as now we're going and along. Amos now has possession of it, as Webb will knock that, and that one got close and looked like it almost hit a spectator in the crowd, but Webb just could not quite get his stick on it. So the deflection will be caused, and we're going to take a stoppage of play here. Just going to wait for the next move, as now it looks like we'll go right to the dot. As Seth Gobble will take the draw here against Ridenour and takes it and away. Puck one back for the Falcons, over to Owen Bentley. Bentley now over to Scholze. Going to find it, C.J. Brown, the intended target. Puck gets past not only him, but also Hunter Scholl, who was guarding him. And now we'll go on to the neutral zone for Indiana Tech, as now they'll have possession and then just dump it right in. That's going to be Ridenour with the call on that one. And then C.J. Brown now with the corner, waiting for something backing along here. He'll try to break it out. Brown going to get that one over and trying for it again. Looks like that's Updike there, as we have a trip right on the line. Looks like Brown got a little caught up there, and Bowling Green a little unsure as to whether or not they're allowed to go into the zone or not. Brown picks up the puck. Updike in front, goes to his feet as he loses possession, and not only. So going to force the Falcons to regroup and force them to go back along. Dufort now gets the pass and gets it right back over. His target was Hunter Scholl, and then it goes on to the far side as we go back and along from here. In front, and that's going to be a shot and just going wide out for Dufort. So waiting for it and going back and along. Higgins now going to get that puck right back into the zone and chases it back and through. Needing the break here and an opportunity, going to take the chance, but we'll see what can go through it. Hoover going to get a bit of a slash on that one and trying at least. Not quite able to, as this one's in front. Rudo now has possession of the puck, going to be waiting after it. Hoover now has a bit of a break, a 1-on-2, 6-on-6, and the shot from Hoover high. Had a little pressure there from Joey McCready, but still in Bowling Green's possession, as a bit of a hefty fight there trying for it by Aaron Craven, the number 27 for Indiana Tech, but goes back to Hoover. Hoover now with the puck, waiting for it. Gets that one out to Granica, goes onto his skate and then back and through into the Warrior possession. This one's right in front, goes from Hoover and then back. Going to get the pass on the far side. Higgins the intended target, but not quite, as Jaden Fu will get a hold of it there and goes right back to Hoover. Hoover getting it through to Higgins, but not quite going to follow through. Pumala going to get possession of the puck now for Indiana Tech. as we'll take it now on the far side, the other direction. Waiting for a momentum changer here. Going to see where that can come from. But just a little bit of a roller here. Hoover now has possession, gets that one over to McMullen. Austin now has possession, gets it back along. McMullen not quite going to be able to find it, and will have to retreat, as we will see what else can happen. Granica there on the pressure, going to be trying for it, and along again. Still into the corner, though. Aiden has possession. He's got some breathing room. Rudo going to be his intended target. Bit of a saucer over to Kiesel, as Kiesel will dump that one in and choose to follow through. A bit of a line change now, though, as we'll see the majority of not just the defense, but the Falcon forwards as well to change it through. McLaughlin going to get some heavy pinch there and trying for it, but not quite, as this one will go back and through. Off the blocker of Martin, though, as now we're into the far corner waiting for it. Conway gets that one out to Kiesel. So Kiesel to McLaughlin, trying to go and just gets knocked just a tad, but this one's back to Gaeta. Gaeta, the shot, down low and just did not get any air on it, but just deflected right out from Jack Webster. Will cause us to stop. So a good idea there for Gaeta to just try to get it on net, hope for the tip, but only unfortunate part, the tip did not come from his own team. It would come from Webster and net, who the senior kind of seems to be the main guy that Indiana Tech is going to look for. As we take the draw back for it again here. And so far we will have a bit of a miscommunication. Looks like we're going to have Kleinow out at center, as we normally have seen. And then also we're going to have Sebastian Dufort as well. As this one goes right back and waiting for it. Corner 2-on-2. Kleinow looks like he's battling down there as well with Brown. Hand goes up as we look like to have a delayed penalty. And this will be one called on the Warriors. The crowd going to be going up a little bit. The third power play today for Bowling Green. And it looks like we will have another penalty, the second one today, for that number 12 of Indiana Tech.
It kept sticking, and then now it's like moving. It's so I missed the hit.
Well, 7:03 left in the second period. We'll get it right back and along. And going to restart as Gobble will have it back and through. This one going up to Aiden Granica, though, going to be trying for it. And again, looks like Gobble going to be the one behind the net trying for it. A bit of a box here for Indiana Tech, not letting anybody through for the Warriors right now. Bowling Green, though, getting some heavy pressure, trying to put Gobble and his big body in front, just getting some evasive moves going against the number 75 of Ballesteri, who has played with Hoover. They played back in juniors during Ryan's rookie season. As Granica gets it in front and a goal! Looks like we're going to rule goaltender interference here, actually. That will not be a goal. Need a determination here. Nonetheless, a minute 21 remains in the penalty so far for Indiana Tech. Just discussion here as to what actually is going on. Looks like it's going to be ruled a dead puck, but still, Granica got so close on the defense right now. Granny looking for his first goal of the season. He's got 3 assists with 10 penalty minutes, but still looking for his first of the year. As we'll get this one back and away. Won by Bowling Green, goes over to Rudo, who is with Granica currently. Going to try to take through it again here. McMullen gets that one over to Mark. Rudo now getting this one in for possession. Loses possession, goes over to Gobble, and then McMullen with it in front. Loose puck save, and no, quite! As the net will fall out of place. Heavy rush between Gobble and Higgins, but not going to end in Bowling Green's favor, as we'll have to take a whistle here and go right back where they left off. Just going to be trying something new here as to what other possibilities are available, but they'll just take it away and fight onward here. This one back for the Falcons, going to be chasing it back and away. Going to be Updike over to Brown, waiting for something. Back to Updike, the one-timer, loose puck in front, and a goal! Who else but Ryan Hoover? He'll get a second tonight. And a big one for the orange and brown. Hoover gets another one. And how about that for Ryan Hoover? That'll be his 5th goal of the season, and now that will make him in the starting lineup tonight. He will overtake Nolan Patton with 4 goals on the season. Make that for none other than Ryan Hoover, as now he has 5. So not only does he lead in goals, he leads in penalty minutes as well. 40 seconds remaining in the Indiana Tech penalty, as Bowling Green will make it a 3-1 game. And goes right back for it again. Filer Johnson with possession of it, and Patton in front, and a goal for RFJ! How about that? His first collegiate goal will make it 4-1. And so that one they're going to put right back onto the Falcon bench. That'll be his first goal for Ryan Filer Johnson. Make that number 1, but give it a 3-goal lead, technically a power play goal. And so someone better take him to dinner after that, but a big goal indeed. And it looks like the offensive pressure, the second period where Bowling Green has struggled a lot this season, going in their favor. You knew that coming into today. The second period a little bit more rough. You know, talking with the guys before the game yesterday, they need to play 3 periods of hockey. So far they will. 5:13 remains in the second period, as that puck will go into the corner and will chase right after it. But going right back and through. Puck just going to be attempted but not quite out. Is that one going far to the right? Waiting for something else here. 4:55 and counting remaining in the second period, as this one will proceed along. As we're going to have a stoppage of play here, we're going to have to get caught up with a little bit ahead schedule for once. Normally we're a bit behind, but nonetheless, we'll get that fixed for you. And here you go. Who would have thunk it? A team who has only scored 33 goals so far this season coming into tonight is currently at 37. Giving up 92 goals. Looking on the far side right now for Indiana Tech, as they have had now 59 goals against, and that will be their 10th goal of the season as a team. Filer Johnson going to dump that puck in and taking it back and away. Patton going to get the rush there for possession. Conway on defense going to try to dump that one in. Offside called. Brown gains possession, as Patton will be out of the zone as well. Going to be chasing right after it and trying as well. But now here it goes. Gaeta gets it out of the zone. Gobble off the bench will go in for the forecheck. Updike going to try to chase after it, as Indiana Tech will get a dump in. Looks like that's going to be by the number 11 of Sebastian Dufort. And now here it goes again. Bit of a cross ice here for the Falcons, as they'll be chasing right after it. Looking for something along here. CJ Brown with possession of it. Going to be trying for it. And he's going to choose to take the rush instead. He's got 3 on him, loses possession. Just a bit quick poke check, and then attempted to get knocked right out of the zone. The original poke check from Dufort. Or excuse me, no, that's from Asela, but then it goes nonetheless. And taking it back the other way. Looking for something along here, as that looks like Gobble's going to get the dump in and trying for it. CJ Brown there as well. Going to get it back, a long loose puck in front. Going to be battling for it. Updike was there, and so was Higgins, but not quite, as Asela tries to take it along the other way. Referee gets in the way. As now Gaeta will have it behind. Going to be trying for something. Conway there as well. Bit of a 2-on-2 action. Going to be taking it back and away, though, as now Rudo will now have possession of it. Mark going to try to get that one in, and a big hit going to be knocked right on him by Jaden Fu, the 6'2 sophomore. But still in front. Hoover the shot. Wide right, so close to a hat trick. But here it goes. Back to Hoover again. Going to try for it from Rudo. As this one goes back and through. Still waiting for something. Puck will lose into the crowd. And we'll have to get another one there. Currently looking for another opportunity in ahead. Just the rush currently on high demand as we're waiting along here for play to resume, and it will. Back to the Falcons again. Beautiful pass for Ridenour. Back to Higgins. Gets it, an opening, and then the high shot will not go anywhere for him. An unfortunate turn of events. But nonetheless, there you'll have it. Behind the net now, it looks like to be Hoover. Trying to get there with Ridenour, but not quite. As this one going back, Mark going to intercept the puck. Dumps it right back in. Icing waved off as now we're taking it the other direction. Higgins now behind, looking to regain possession of the puck. Not quite, as now we're taking it the other way. Waiting for something along here. Looks like it's going to be Hoover and Ridenour with it. Hoover with the puck, trying to chase after for it. Loses it, goes back into the defensive territory. Granica now going to have the puck and going to be the lone man with it as he'll get that one out in front. McLaughlin tried for it as well, and so did McMullen. Neither of whom will be successful in that regard, but here we go, right back and proceeding. Another unfortunate turn of events as this one goes through. Back to McMullen again, going to try to get past. There's McMullen, the shot, not quite. Just high and away. Good move, though, to try to get right back into it, as now we'll have Kleinau go out for Higgins. They're going to be waiting for it along here. Is this one going right back and out? Going to try, and the shot right off the blocker. And still, though, not quite going to pull through, as now we will wait and see what else can be caused from this. But still, nonetheless, now we'll take it right back and going along. Looks like Kiesel going to be trying the opportunity in a way here. As that one goes right back, Kiesel with an opportunity, waiting for something along here, going to be trying for it. But nonetheless, going right out is Schulze, who is the man on the target, waiting for something on the back for it again. As we'll now have an Indiana Tech possession, but still waiting for where it'll actually go. Is now Kiesel going to try to get that one in front. Pass intercepted. Kleinau going to try to get the puck away from Paterick. As we'll have a missing glove. This one goes back to Schulze. Kleinau has to get right back into the neutral zone, but looks like they're going to rule a man offside, and Filer Johnson still a man off, though, and that looks like JT Webb's the culprit. Bit of a confusion as to what Falcon it actually was, but still we'll get this one right back and away, and goes right back to Martin as he'll get a pass over, but it'll be intercepted by Ethan Matthews. Matthews tries to get the puck out, gets it to JT Webb on a breakaway now, as he'll have two with him. And that will conclude the period. Webb not able to get that on time for possession of it, but still that will be all she wrote, folks, for our second period. One more to go. Bowling Green with a 3-goal lead when we come back, so don't go anywhere. Bowling Green looking for their third win of the season. Indiana Tech looking for their first when we come back. Don't go anywhere. This is BGSU Club Hockey here on YouTube. And welcome everybody to the third and final period of regulation as we are back here. I'm Dan Ridenour joining you on a Friday night. We got Ryan Shotstick on camera as we begin our third period of play. Looking to get a hold of it here. Gobble going to be starting the period along for the Falcons. Won by the Orange and Brown. Goes back to McMullen and then taken away out of nowhere. But here it goes right back for it again. Going to be trying for something, and along here it goes back to McMullen again to Granica. Going to try for something. Granica gets that over to Updike. He now has the puck. Getting two on him, but not quite able to get it. As now we're forced into the corner, going right back through, and again, going to be finding where the niche almost would be for Bowling Green. Just a heavy physical turnout to start this period so far for Indiana Tech, but this one going right back out. Going out to center, 3-on-2. Nobody offside for Indiana Tech. The shot from the high defense not quite going to pull through for them. As now we're taking it on the other way, going back through it again. And just a slow turnaround here. Got three Falcons and goes right into the corner. Going to be forcing that one out and chasing through again. Just still a big break here and waiting up ahead. As this one will be won by Hoover. He's got two today. He's got C.J. Brown with him. Hoover, the shot, the hat trick, Ryan Hoover! Hoover! Can you believe it? Give the man his flowers. Give the man your hat. He goes to the bench with his sixth goal of the season, his third tonight. Unbelievable, a great turnout for Ryan Hoover to find it and to go. Got so excited there, forgot to stop the clock. We're going to get this adjusted a little bit. 18:43 currently as this one will tick down. Let's add a goal for the Orange and Brown. Ryan Hoover to get his third goal of the night. And yes, sirree, that's a hat trick for none other than Grandpa Hoover. So now we got 18:27 and counting remaining in the period. Down in the corner, waiting for it again. This one back to Conway. Conway looking for something, going to dump that into the corner as we wait right back along. Chasing back through it again, going to be trying for something, and goes right back, and now we are all caught up as this one going for Conway. Right in front, loose puck past Higgins, and then this one goes to Mark Rudo. So Conway now going to try to regain possession of it, but not quite. So now you wait. Conway going to be waiting for it. Going to get the chosen shot here waiting. As this one will go back along, and here it goes and on out. Just waiting back in front is Higgins. Going for Higgins again to Mark Rudo. Going to be trying for it. Not quite. Still waiting and needing something to go along here as they will rule that one offside. Conway had possession of it. Must have said that he went out of the offensive zone into the neutral zone, and they will rule it in that regard. As now, what a start though to the period as Hoover will get the hat trick, and now Kleinau going to be taking the draw for the Orange and Brown and gets it right back the other way by Pumala. But going right out to center, going to be chasing right after, and now here it goes the other direction. Going to be chasing this one along. Scholze taking it into the corner, going to be trying for it. Kleinau with him there again. Waiting for something and back. As just needing momentum, and a shot going to go out for Indiana Tech trying for it. Pumala there with the attempt, not quite, as this one goes right back and out. McLaughlin over to Scholze, going to be chasing right and back through it again as this one will go. Ted Scholze in front. McLaughlin the intended target as he got that one and out, but goes back to Bentley again with the puck, and then it goes. So looked like a bit of miscommunication there. A rush now for the Warriors as they'll take it the other way. Bentley the shove. Going out to Scholze on his stick. Looking for somewhere to go. He'll choose McLaughlin. Ronan has Kleinau. Goes cross ice now on a rush. He's got Kiesel with him. And the shot in front. Kiesel gonna go and then through. Kleinau not quite. 16:33 and counting left. Waiting for somewhere else to go. Now deep into the corner. Going to be chasing this one after. Scholl now with the puck and then gets it out. Going right back and away though will be Pumala. He gets the dump in. And now this goes to the far side. Aiden Granica going to now have possession of it. Loses it. Goes the other way. Going to be Potgin with the puck. In front off a referee as this one goes out to McMullen. McMullen now out to Granica again in the corner as this one chases it back along. Fu now with it, chasing it back and away again. Going to be trying for something. As now Webb will have the puck, and this one goes out to Amos, and then takes it back and away again for Fu. Fu now with the puck, gets it right back and out, and here it goes, a bit of a rush. Filer Johnson there going to be trying to chase right after on the approach, but not quite. McMullen able to get that one away, is not going to get the turnover on that. As Granica's now battling in a corner, some more to follow up. McCready holding strong for Indiana Tech as that one goes right back and out to Kiersra. It's just going to take a breather, goes out to the neutral zone. The puck right now on Pachin, has 2 on him. Will it get regained or not? And this one goes out to Granica. Granica gets this one out to McMullen. A huge rush now for Austin as he tries to go. A bit of a check though, and then takes it back and away again. Webb there now with Amos, the 2 BG boys with it. Getting the pass up. Gata not in the zone in time as this one inadvertently goes all the way to the opposite end as we're now 5 minutes into the third period. But this one goes out, no target there. Going to be a bit of a force as that one will go out. Matthews there going to get the dump in. Here it goes now for Conway going right back and out. Liam taken down as this one goes on the far side. CJ Brown now has possession of the puck. Loses it as now it's a huge rush and a breakaway for Indiana Tech and a save by Martin. The stop will be made and they'll say no sir to Isenbarger. In the corner now it goes. He's got 2 on a heavy rush right now for Bowling Green, and this one going as Bentley now going to be pinching heavily. Filer Johnson will leave, Updike to go out. Scholze going to have to stay back as this one will try to go the other direction. As Bentley will follow through, he's back where he needs to be, and now it goes. Scholze able to get that one out of the zone. Bouncing puck just goes over the stick of Ballesteri, as now here it goes back and again. Now we're on 6 minutes to go. And now we're down, taking it back and through. Scholze there now with the puck, looking for somewhere to go. Going to have an intended target in Updike as this one's going to the far corner. Updike now on a heavy rush, going for it with Asela. Asela now with the puck, the captain of the Warriors. Going to try to get it to Ballesteri as it looks like we will have an icing. And that will be all for that one. He's just going to have to get this one right back in, take us from where we were. We'll get a bit of a wait here. So lined up, taken away. Going to have the hat trick man in Hoover to take the draw, won by Indiana Tech, but this one going out and waiting for it. Ballesteri and Rudo battling for it in the corner. Out past Rudo, takes it the other way, and now here it goes. Waiting for somewhere, and then Bentley going to try for it on the draw. A bit of a heavy rush now for the Warriors as this one goes out. Scholze going to force him out and wide and takes it going the other direction. As Rudo will try to get that one in. Pass right out in front. I'm going to be chasing back after. Hand to go up. Tech to stay on side as that one marked just a bit by Martin. So this one waiting in front. Loose puck going to try after it, but not quite. Rudo gets the pass to Hoover. Hoover jumping in, has a 1-on-2, loses possession of it, needs to get the pass, goes back to the defense as Scholze will get that one away to Rudo on the far side. Puck deflected, no offside called. Rudo going in on the battle now heavily with Paterick. So 2 right on, now 2-on-2. Higgins jumps in for Bowling Green, and then we have Pumala jumping in for Indiana Tech in the corner. Goes right back out to Higgins, looking to go. Out to Granica at the defense. Granica going to walk in the shot high as McMullen will get that one on the other direction. Forces it into the corner, goes out for Higgins as the intended target. 12-18 and counting remaining. As it looks like Kiesel going to be jumped there on a rush. And miscommunication, and now I'm going to be going for it. Just going to get a communication. Looks like they're going to get Kiesel here on a boarding call. It'll be the second penalty today for the Falcons, as this one will haunt them just a bit. And we'll get right back and reset here. 12-13 to go in the third period in regulation. And a huge rush as Kiesel will go to the box Going to try to capitalize on it here. We'll see if the Warriors can. Going back was McMullen, the intended target. Now into the corner. Going to take their time, getting it right back and out. Going to be an opportunity away. Going to see what can actually happen with it. As this one goes right back and out. Going to be chasing right back and away again. Goes out to the neutral zone. Going to be chasing this one away and through. As we will proceed, and now here it goes. Higgins with a break. Pass intercepted, and now it goes the other way, but he's able to recover on his mistake and dumps it right back in, as now here you have it. So 20 seconds into the Kiesel penalty, and another rush going currently for Indiana Tech. He's got Granica on him. Now looks like that's just going to get dumped in, though, by McCready, as this one's taken into the corner. Has two on him, though. Waiting for something else. Going to be the result of it. Out in front. Up high. The shot. The attempt from Craven. Loose puck going to go and out and wide. Knocked away by McLaughlin. So going to force him to retreat, but we'll see what else can happen through it. As now this one going into the corner. Going to try it as Matthews. Gets the puck moving along, though, will be Kashira. Back to Matthews again in front. Loose puck going to be away. Kleinow going to try to get a hold of it. Going back and forward again in the shot, and not quite. Going to just stay onto it. Thought he was going to shoot that, but not quite. One will change for Indiana Tech. Loose puck in front, no defense. Kleinow knocks that one away. Picked up by the man who just goes on the ice in Asela. Going to wait for it and through it again. As McMullen on the far sides ends up getting a bit of a stick in with Kashira. As this one's going now and waiting through it back again. Just into the corner, needs to get a dump here. Granica going to try to get that one through. Has it in his hand. Tries to get this one right back and out, and then not quite. Waiting for something. Granica. Pass intercepted, though. McLaughlin able to get it, and off the stick it goes of Craven. So going to force him deep into the other end. We'll wait for it here and see what can happen through. So with the opportunity ahead, we'll see what can follow into it. And we'll take it back away. The Kiesel penalty will be cleared. Going to regain possession of it. Ends up getting tripped. And that will be a call. Delayed penalty coming up on Indiana Tech. The man who just got a penalty will be the reason for a Warrior call here. Is now this one going to be their third penalty today. Going to see what they rule it. They're going to call a tripping here. No Indiana Tech player currently has gone or made a motion to the box. We'll see if that actually can follow through. Mitch will open the door. Speaking of which, out to Mitch's brother. Heard you weren't too happy about the stream going down. I'd like to personally apologize for that. But now we're kind of at a standstill. Clock taken back to 10:04. Looks like they're going to rule it on the number 25 of Ringenberg, and they're going to get him for a tripping. So they're going to take Ringenberg to the box. Going to be his 19th penalty minute so far of the season, as the clock will get reset here to 10:04. And taken right back. JT Webb going to take the draw for the orange and brown. But the pass is intercepted for Conway, and a breakaway. It's Stufort, and a save by Martin, as that one is knocked. And that is the save by Riley. That is the man you count on, Riley Martin out of Livonia, Michigan. The best save percentage on the team with an .857 as well. Has played in 7 games, started for the orange and brown between 3 different goaltenders so far this season. But we'll give it away and go back and forth again, as that'll be Rudo to Granica, seeing him here on the power play. Minute 40 will remain in the Ringenberg penalty, as this one's at center ice, picked up now by the Warriors, knocked away by McMullen. Now going back to the far side and waits for it again. That'll be Gobble with the puck chasing after on the high possession, as this one going down deep into the corner again. Rudo now has possession of the puck, a lot of ice to go for it. Will keep possession and now goes. Mark going to get to McMullen right at the line, and looks like they're going to call an offside here. And that will be all. A minute 12, though, currently remains in the Ridgenberg penalty. So now we're going to see Higgins take the draw for the orange and brown right now. Pumala going to take it on the opposite end. Ends up won by the orange and brown again, and another whistle called. You would presume it will be on the offside, but we just saw that earlier, you know, with going in and a bit of a miscommunication. Looks like we're going to get that back-to-back. No, excuse me, no. They're going to put Pumala back in there with Higgins. Draw stays the same. Minute 6 remains currently on the Ridenour penalty, as Mark Rudo will now have the puck. And then takes it back and away. Granica now with possession of it. Going to just choose to dump that one in. Going to stay in the crease, though, will be Webster. Goes back into the corner. Going right back through. 48 seconds now remain on the Ridenour penalty as this one goes right back and out. Bouncing puck onto Martin. Going to be trying for it now will be Mark Rudo. He's got possession in daylight. Only one on him, and that's the number 24, Pumala. Rudo tries to get it passed through. Keeps possession of it. Oh, no offside. The shot right off the blocker, though, of Webster. Higgins takes it in the corner. Numbers there going to be a bit a hit, and another numbers called, and that one not going to be as good. Looks like that's going to be on Kira Sierra. A delayed penalty, and that looks like Mark Rudo's going to be down. He'll stand up. And another one on it, and looks like we'll have a 5-on-3 for 22 seconds. But they're going to have to discuss this one over. Currently that Ivan Kirasira, you knew it would be him eventually, the 5'9 freshman, currently 14 penalty minutes so far in the year. He's played for 3 different countries, the United States, Poland, and Ukraine, if I'm not mistaken. And they'll take him to the box for 2 minutes, so Bowling Green going to have a 5-on-3 for 22 seconds. Mark Rudo will go to the bench, so now we'll have C.J. Brown, Ryan Hoover, and Jack Kleinow out there with Ted Scholze, and looks like they're going to put Updike out on defense. And the play will resume. 18 seconds now remain in the 5-on-3. Going to have to force to a triangle. Hoover now behind the net waiting for it. Kleinow going to go out to Updike. On the far side now, just a sauce over to Hoover. Going to try to set the play up. Hoover to lose possession of it, and a 1 penalty will conclude, as that one will find it to the opposite end of the ice and takes it back and away now. Kleinow gets that one out to C.J. Brown, trying for it. Chooses to go left. Puck knocked away, though, going to be from Asela. As this one's now going along, going right back to Updike, as he'll be able to shed a check there. Going out to Hoover. Hoover trying for something. Goes out to Brown. Brown back to Hoover again. The one-timer in the attempt. Right in front was tried by Updike and just going to fall a little bit short. As near here you'll have it. Kasira has a minute 13 left in his penalty. So ready to take the draw again. Looks like McLaughlin's going to be taking it for the orange and brown. That one right back and going to be trying for it. Looks like it goes through. Patton going to lose possession of it. Conway, though, is with him off the pass and trying to get up and then back along. As McLaughlin's fighting for it, and a bit of a hand going for it. Looks like the hand pass from Dufort. Just a bit of a miscommunication, if you will, but still. In the defensive zone was no real clear target. Just not sure what the ACHA rules are exactly on that, but for the most part, in all aspects of hockey, you can't have a hand pass in the neutral zone or the offensive zone. As that one was heading towards the neutral zone, that will be a no-no. Going right into the corner, Patton trying to battle for it along. Before the Hoover hat trick, he led the team in goals. Now it's Hoover with 6. Long pass to Patton, going out to Kiesel. Tried to get a knock right there to Patton, but not quite. One right back for Indiana Tech. Now going along, pass one in Conway. The attempt, though, going to fall just a bit short, as that one will go right back and along. That was from the number 24, Aiden Pumala. And so now you'll take it back and away again. Here it goes for Conway. waiting for something now. He's got an opportunity ahead. 16 seconds now remain in the Kasira penalty. Going to try to get him up there. Pass in front. Filer Johnson going to be chasing right after it. Got his first goal as a Falcon earlier today as Conway gets that one across to Gaeta. Gaeta the shot right in front. Going to be a whistle blown. Kiesel going to just have to step out of it. The penalty will end back to full strength with 6:25 remaining. So now we're right back for it again where we left off, and here it goes. As that one's won from Webb back to Amos, going to be trying for it. Granica get a shot as that one just gets tangled up and not quite going to find the net, but still now here it goes the other way. An opportunity will arise as Amos. He's got it behind the net trying for someone as Filer Johnson will be the intended target. Granica able to get a knock there and not quite. A big rush now for Tech, knocked away though by Granica. Nothing will come through. So now McMullen has it on the rush, going to get that one off the glass, gets it right back in front and out. It'll go with Sela. Going to try the long ice pass as that one's just going to get a knock for Dufort to avoid the icing. Now back and low, going to be Granica with it. Out to Filer Johnson with the puck again. He's got rush, and that's pressure from Matthews. Matthews to go down though, as Matthews will lose that one, but goes to Amos in the corner now, chasing after it. Two are there as well. Out to McMullen. The shot tipped, though, by the Indiana Tech defenseman and Hunter Scholl. Gets it back and away again. 5:21 remaining currently so far as this one goes back along, and here it goes. Out to Filer Johnson, back to McMullen again, and here it goes. And then going to try at the Greenbrier sign. Had the opportunity away and chose not to go. Try to make a move. Will fall just a bit short. Ethan Matthews now has possession and then loses it. Goes right back out to Granica. Granica now out to Higgins. Going to try to make a move. Knocks the puck free. Nobody has possession. Out to Granica. Quick shot as now Higgins will have possession of it. Choosing somewhere to go. He'll find Mark Rudo. Rudo, the shot, and that one just going to be gone and dead. As we now have 4 minutes and 42 seconds to play through. Kind of worried that this would be considered a trap game for the Falcons, as knowing how the year has been, but currently acting like a trap queen here. And here it goes. Hoover to take the draw as this one going back and through. Higgins knocked down, but now going to try a breakout. It's all going to begin now for McCready. He's still got momentum. Bentley going to try to force him out wide and in front, and that's on Martin in the crease. Knocks him away, and there it goes. Hoover now looking for another for Hoover. Out to Rudo. The shot knocked away and then not quite followed through. Looks like it's Mean Donovan there. Ballesteri, the number 75. Chasing the corner. Hoover forced into Webster, the goaltender, as now Hoover's getting double teamed. Nets off and balance. You know, normally we see Hoover being an instigator, but he's getting out instigated tonight, if you will, especially, I mean, looking at it. Just you look at the guys they have, you look at Hoover, but not a lot of opposing teams like when they see Ryan Hoover. They know he's got that physicality. They know he's going to bring it, and especially tonight when he's able to light the net 3 different times. As he'll get another knock there, but here it goes on a rush. Going to be trying for it and along again. Waiting for it, and then the wrister and the shot off the post. Riley's best friend, as this one will be chasing right back to Ethan Matthews. Going for something here on the momentum. Forced into the corner now. Matthews with the puck, as that one will be blown dead with 3:42 and remaining in regulation. Bowling Green looking for their first win here this season. They're looking for their first win overall at the Slater since January 19th of 2024, and their first regulation win since November 3rd of 2023. That was against former fellow Ohio team in the Ohio State Buckeyes. Play one and going back for Indiana Tech. The shot on Martin. Loose puck though, and a save made, and another save as that one cleared by Rudo out to the neutral zone. Going to choose to go on the rush. Hoover currently serving a penalty. He's got 1:47 and counting to go on that. Going to force the Falcons to be shorthanded, but here it goes. Just behind the net waiting will be Hunter Scholl, as he'll find a man to pick that one up, and here it goes the other direction. Rudo there with him as well. Conway in there in front. Loses possession. Conway to pick it up, as now Liam going to have possession of it as well. Gets it past one man, as now Conway going 3-on-2. Forcing Gata back. Rudo back in front to Higgins. Puck is lost, and now a bit of a sticky situation. Carter Gata all alone. Higgins comes back on the back check. Puck is loose and then taken back the other way. Just a lot of bouncing so far tonight that we've seen. Rudo's got nobody. 10-on-10, captain on captain. That one going right back. Gets it on front and then quite through, as Webster will be forced to play that. 56 seconds remain in the Hoover penalty. 2:35 remains in the third period. As this one's back, waiting through it again. Waiting for somewhere to go. Out and away, going in for it. As Kleinow gets that one back. Waiting for something along. Out in front. Loose puck saved, but not quite in front. Nets off the peg, and the whistle blows. So especially after the Division I game from earlier, some loose pegs currently. We saw that on the opposite side with Webster, seeing it now with Martin, but Bowling Green holds a 4-goal lead, 2:15 remaining, 34 seconds in the Hoover penalty. As that one's going to be rolled right back and away again. Here it goes. Onto the far side, Jack Webster to step out of his crease there, and then in front, miscommunication in front, and Seth Gobble! So here you go, folks. Let's read off the tally. Ryan Filer Johnson gets his first goal as a Falcon. Seth Gobble gets his first goal as a Falcon. And then who else than Grandpa Hoover gets a hat trick? It does not get any better than this. The most goals scored by Bowling Green this season, 6-1. 20 seconds remain in the Hoover penalty. For the crowd staying up late to watch this, some hockey after dark. And here it goes. Just add a little bit of insurance there while you're at it. Just moving it back along. Bowling Green has the momentum going. Just need to know that you've got a pretty good cushion here. Just play conservative. Don't make any poor decisions. And God forbid you have a Derrick Rose situation right now. It looks like that's kind of what we're having. Updike and McLaughlin in as they'll try a cross-ice pass just going to the far away. Potgen was the intended target, as Granica will get that one in on Webster, and looks like it'll go out to the peanut gallery. 1:15 remaining in the third period. So now here it goes. Let's take you to the opposite end of the rink now. CJ Brown going to be taking the draw for BG, as now this one goes right back and out. And then in front, Brown there with McLaughlin going to be chasing for some support. Bentley there as well with Scholze trying for something. As Updike will lose possession of that puck, trying for it will be Kishira, but then it's the intended target and Potgen not quite. So there it goes. Brown going to get that one back and through, and here we go again. Less than a minute to go. Bowling Green looking to hold on. They have a 5-goal lead currently. Just keep it in. Ted Scholze now has possession of the puck. Going to be battling for it. Gets a man down. Will there be a penalty called? And no. As this one will go out and through onto the net. 32 seconds and counting left, and here it goes. A bit of a break here for Indiana Tech. Waiting for something here. CJ Brown and Caleb Kiesel, the only two Falcons, as this hand will go up by the linesman. Icing looked like it was going to be called. Waved off, though, by the referee. Bentley has the puck, and now it's Filer Johnson. He'll get that one out to CJ Brown. CJ just has possession. Goes on and then dumps it in. 8 seconds left. Looking for it going. Looks like this one might be over, folks, and going to be trying for it. The puck is held. The puck is held by Jaden Fu, and that is all she wrote. Bowling Green. It has been 742 days since the last time Bowling Green has won in regulation at the Madhouse on Mercer. Tonight they'll pull through, and they'll hold it right on. A couple first career goals, a Hoover hat trick, Ziggy Zumba Zumba Zay, a big one here tonight. And the flowers will be given. Thank you so much, everybody, for sticking with it, being with us through all the chaos, through the late start, through it all. Looks like we're going to have some Warriors leave the ice, but Bowling Green will stay there as. Well, we'll see you tomorrow, folks, as we head to Indiana Tech. That puck drop currently projected for 7:30. If we are any later, if we got anything at all that delays that, we'll let you know. We'll keep you posted. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. Joining us on Friday night action. But Bowling Green pulls through and gets the 6-1 victory, their third win of the season. Indiana Tech will fall to 0-10, but that'll be all for tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Dan Ridenour, joining you